So yeah, that happened. I unlocked legend difficulty. Doing a playthrough on Superstar, obviously, which is how come I unlocked legend. There it is, and I'm using the defaults because I love using the defaults, and it's been tough as you would expect. So I'll walk you through my results. Obviously, we just beat Bristol City as you saw, and Koyalipu scored the goal to win the game. Bristol City were very aggressive in that game. So obviously negotiation day right when you start your Master League playthrough. Lost to Cardiff 2-0. Lost to Preston 4-1. Lost to Nottingham Forest 2-0 in the FA Cup. Lost to Bournemouth 1-0. Lost to Norwich 2-0. Lost to QPR 3-1. Lost to Blackburn Rovers 2-0. As you can see at this point, it's tough, man. Lost to Swansea 1-0. Drew with Birmingham 0-0. Played really well. Thought I was good to win the game and just didn't. Lost to Reading 3-2. Lost to Middlesbrough 2-1. Beat Rotherham 2-1. Got tanked by Huddersfield Town in a derby game. Didn't enjoy it. Came out, went to the options to turn off derby games to confirm that they were already off, so don't know what's going on there. Speaking of derby, lost 2-0. Lost to Brentford 1-0. Played really well in that game. My team really started to, click in patches and was really unlucky. Exactly the same story in that game. Played really well against Coventry as well. Lost 1-0. Then we beat Millwall 4-2, which was nice. We needed a win after playing well. Just like you play well, you get beat. It's like, but you just need them points, man. Then we lost to Forest 2-0 again, but this time in the league. Then we lost to Barnsley 2-1, and Barnsley were tough, man. Wow. Lost to Stoke 2-0. First debut for a new goalkeeper this game against Wickham. So I played a few of my new signings because I had deals lined up, and they came in on the opening day of the negotiation period. And played my new goalkeeper, and Akin Fenwa scored 5 goals against us. Can you believe that? It's like you sign a new keeper, you think, yep, okay, cool. And then he concedes 5 goals, and Akin Fenwa bagged all 5. Wickham were just all over us. Lost to Luton 1-0. Very disappointed with that game. Sheffield Wednesday completely controlled the match and we lost 3-0. We worked really hard as well, but you're up against it. And then we've just beaten Bristol City, and Bristol City were really tough, but we managed to get a late Koyalipu goal to win the game 2-1 and unlock legend difficulty. Right. So that'll be fun, playing a playthrough on legend difficulty. I'm already doing rubbish. I'm doing rubbish. I'll show you the table. Info on competitions, championship standings. So Stoke are tops at the moment, and we're bottom. And us and Barnsley have only won 3 games, but we've lost 19 to their 15. I've only scored 15 goals and I've conceded 46. So things, they could be better. They could. But it's a grind, innit? It's that teamwork stat. And also when you're using the defaults, you have to replace quite a few players, really. So this is my keeper, De Boer. He's a defensive keeper, but he's got really good qualities that would make him an offensive keeper. So I've changed him in the training to offensive. So I've just got to wait until he adapts to that. but he's 189 centimeters tall and 21 years old, so he's got plenty of development potential. So that's him. Love this centre back. I've only just signed him recently in the mid-season transfer window, so I've been really looking forward to getting him because I had the deal already, done the deal and just waiting for him to come to the club. So I've got him, and got this guy as well, who's very cheap, 23 years old. So I've replaced my centre backs now. Gioza made a breakthrough for me, as he often does when you do a playthrough with defaults. Signed 2 left backs. This is one of them. He's 25 years old. He was cheap as chips. He was. You need a left back when you start, though, if you play in a back four like I do. Signed this guy, cheap as chips. Really like him. He's got good physical contact and balance in that middle of the park to go with aggression. So for a defensive midfielder, those are good qualities for me. This guy you've seen in my top player playthrough, signed him again just now in this mid-season transfer window. Good midfielder to get, young as well. Keeping Arcas. Koilipu obviously scored the goal. Cheap as chips, really good development potential. Excellent signing. Keeping Carlson, keeping Goyos. Sifa is not going to sign a new deal because when Gioza makes a breakthrough, Sifa didn't get used that much. This is my other left back that I signed. So he's 23 years old. Vrani is going to be going. Rato's right wide forward that I signed is pretty decent. Got good qualities about him. Cheap as chips again. I've only just got this guy, Salamani. Again, cheap as chips, left wide forward. Decent qualities about him, and I prefer left wide forwards over a left midfielder. I'm keeping Castledine. Jarvis doesn't look like he's going to sign a new deal, but I've got a deal lined up for Calidio if I can afford him. Giesler, I've been using him, but I've got a deal lined up for another goalkeeper, so I'm hoping to replace Giesler. That's another centre back that I've got. So 3 centre backs I've got. He's right footed, cheap as chips he was, good development potential. And I've only just signed this defensive midfielder who can play centre backs. So he was cheap as chips as well. Really cheap. And like I say, he can play centre back. So for centre backs, these two, this one, and him if he needs to play. Ericsson can go, Jerry Rice can go, Shipper can go, Sarnoon can go, Mihailov can go. But that is my team at the moment. So get that teamwork start up and start working on some of these players. And my negotiations for players I've got lined up but don't have the wages just yet. I've got 1,980 wages. So Elias is a goalkeeper and he looks really good. He's, decently cheap as well. And that's his stats. An offensive goalkeeper already, standing 188 centimetres tall, 26 years old. He looks a good deal. I like him. Oops. And Calidio. I've got him in another playthrough. You've probably seen, if you've seen the goals he scored on some of my YouTube videos. He's a really good goal scorer and he's got some really good qualities about him. He's quite cheap and quite young. He's got a lot of good potential to develop. Acrobatic finishing, first time shot and one touch pass. And he's a decent passer at this level as well. With decent physical contact and balance and curl and all that sort of stuff. I like him a lot. I like Facundo Calidio. Yeah, he's a good player. So, so that's my superstar playthrough. So, bit of PES extra there. Whatever you're doing, you have a good one and take care.